And Francis Torilla from Jules Verne is on the line to us now. And, well, people can't do without their computers these days, can they? But it's all part of going abroad now. You're really locked onto them, aren't you? I mean, what's your view on this?
Well, our view is you can't stop people using technology. We all use it all the time. But what we're trying to get across is some sense for people to manage how they use technology overseas so that really they can enjoy the moment. You know, the whole point of going abroad to travel is actually to experience their destination, maybe meet people, enjoy the food. And what we've found by doing this survey is that really technology is probably being used maybe a bit too much when people are away.
So people by the pool, on holiday, with their mobile phone, and instead of relaxing and taking in some of the rays, they're actually checking their mobile phone for work emails, things like that. Is that what's happening?
Yes, to some extent it is. And to be honest, I'm guilty of that as well. But what I've tried to do is discipline myself to check my work emails, for example, in the morning, and then not do it again during the rest of the day. And I think this is what we're trying to get across, that we'll never break that cycle now. I think we're too far down the technology route, but there are ways that you can manage it so that you're not always on your phone. And it's not just people lying by the pool. We specialise mostly on cultural touring or river cruising. And what we're finding is that more and more people are experiencing that whole adventure, if you will, through a tablet, rather than leaving the tablet in their bag and actually seeing the world around you.
Well, it's the old thing, isn't it? I mean, this happened to some extent years ago when people used to take relentless photographs of their holiday and they'd live through a lens, and then of course they'd bore their friends and neighbours when they got home showing it all off. I mean, one wonders how much of this footage ever gets looked at again.
And I would have said, actually, that's not part of what we did on our survey, but just anecdotally, I would have thought over 90% doesn't get looked at ever again.
So actually come out from behind the tablet and just enjoy what's in front of you.
Yeah, definitely. We're trying to encourage people now, especially if they're travelling, if there's a few of them travelling together, is one of you take your tablet or your phone in case you want to check something or you want to see a review about a restaurant before you go in. But the rest of you, go phone free, go tablet free. And then alternate that every day what somebody else takes it, so that at least then during the course of the holiday, for a third of the time, you will be technology free.
Are all age groups prone to this, or is it just maybe young adults?
Actually, contrary to popular belief, millennials are the ones that use technology the least on holiday.
Is that right? So it's the oldies or the olders?
The olders. It's from 35 to about 55. They're the heavy users.
Really? But that's counterintuitive to some degree, isn't it?
Although, totally counterintuitive.
My parents have each got a tablet. And
this is it. It's more tablets, actually. The older you are, the more you use a tablet than you use a phone, is what we find. And it's mostly to keep in touch with family back home that they tend to use it, or to take pictures, obviously, because, so few of us have cameras now. So we do depend on it a lot for photography.
So just moderate a little bit and you'll get more out of your holiday, really. That's the essence of this, isn't it?
Definitely. Just discipline yourself. And we think that millennials maybe don't use technology as much. They still use it, but not as much, because maybe they use it heavily during their non-holiday time, if you will. And maybe they're being more sensible. We tend to blame millennials for all the problems of the world, but this isn't one of theirs.
Well, is there a website people can go to get more details and maybe some of the results of this survey?
Yes, if they go to vjv.com, they'll be able to get all the information on it, as well as where to go next on holiday.
Francis Torilla, thank you very much for joining us today from Jules Verne.
Thanks, Matt. Bye-bye.